The WrestleMania main event is the biggest match a WWE superstar can compete in, and main eventing a WrestleMania is perhaps the biggest dream of a pro wrestler who ever steps foot inside the squared circle. There are many superstars in the company who got the chance to headline the grandest stage of them all multiple times. However, some of the very best performers have never even had one WrestleMania main event in their careers, most of whom have achieved near everything else in the industry. Today we will look at the top 10 WWE wrestlers who never main evented WrestleMania. Before we start, make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Number 10. Kane. WWE Hall of Famer Kane is one of the most iconic characters in the history of the company. Kane is a former 3-time world champion, winning the WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, and ECW Championship once each. Kane's on-screen brother, The Undertaker, main evented the grandest stage of them all a total 5 times, but Kane didn't enjoy the same honor even once. In his 2 decades-long illustrious career, Kane has won nearly every major title, but headlining the Showcase of the Immortals has remained out of his reach. Kane's peak years were in the Attitude Era when he was booked as an indomitable Big Red Demon. That was the best time for WWE to have Kane main event a WrestleMania, but WWE never gave him that opportunity. Number 9. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is certainly a future Hall of Famer, having an amazing career in the WWE. He had a lengthy WWE career, becoming a Grand Slam champion in the company. Jeff Hardy is a former 3-time world champion in WWE, winning the World Heavyweight Championship twice and the WWE Championship once in his career. Jeff Hardy enjoyed a main event level push in the late 2000s, winning the company's top prize, and was also considered to main event WrestleMania 25, being the WWE champion. But plans changed, and just 3 months prior WrestleMania, Jeff Hardy dropped the championship to Edge, as WWE was afraid to give Hardy a lengthy reign as a champion considering his previous addictions and personal issues. Thus he wasn't fortunate enough to main event the grandest stage of them all. Given his popularity and the ability to deliver great matches, he should have had a WrestleMania main event at least once in his career. Number 8. Booker T. WWE Hall of Famer Booker T was one of the best all-round performers of his generation. The former World Heavyweight Champion has had an illustrious career both in WWE and WCW, winning numerous championships throughout his career. Booker T is a former 6-time world champion, winning the WCW Championship 5 times and the World Heavyweight Championship once in his career. The former King of the Ring winner has done it all in the pro wrestling business, except main eventing a WrestleMania. The closest he came to a main event was a World Heavyweight title match with Triple H at WrestleMania 19. But the show was main evented by Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle in that year's WrestleMania. Number 7. Eddie Guerrero. The legendary wrestler and WWE Hall of Famer late great Eddie Guerrero was one of the best technical wrestler of all time. He was one of the fans' favorite, and fans loved his unique tactics to cheat and win his matches. Eddie Guerrero's major push came in early 2000s when he became the main event star. He defeated Brock Lesnar on SmackDown to win the WWE Championship and even went to WrestleMania 20 as the WWE Champion. WrestleMania 20 was the closest he got to headline a WrestleMania. Unfortunately, his match didn't main evented the show. It was rumored Eddie was set to win the World Heavyweight Championship prior to his passing in November 2005. Who knows if that would have led him to a WrestleMania main event match. Number 6. Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat, better known by his ring name Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion in WCW and 1-time Intercontinental Champion in WWE. The Dragon Steamboat is arguably the best example of a pure babyface in WWE history. He was a fantastic performer and was seen as a main event talent by the company, but was always behind Hulk Hogan in the 1980s. Ricky Steamboat won his only Intercontinental Championship in a phenomenal match against Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3. The match was of the caliber that it could have easily main evented that year's WrestleMania, but Hogan vs. Andre overshadowed his Intercontinental title victory at WrestleMania. Number 5. Diesel. Diesel, also known by the name Kevin Nash in WWE, is a former 6-time world champion, winning WCW World Championship 5 times and WWF Championship once in his career. Before Kevin Nash ran riot in WCW as part of NWO, he had a very successful run in WWE as Diesel. He was one of the biggest stars during his time with the company and even had a lengthy reign as WWF champion. His 358-day reign as WWF champion is the longest of the 1990s. Diesel defended his WWF championship belt at WrestleMania 11 against Shawn Michaels. Despite being a world title match between the 2 of the biggest stars of the company, the match didn't main evented the show. Diesel also faced The Undertaker at WrestleMania 12, but that match wasn't in the main event either. Number 4. Rey Mysterio. The master of the 619 is perhaps the greatest luchador in wrestling history, and one of the most popular superstars of all time. Rey Mysterio is a former 3-time world champion, being a 2-time world heavyweight champion and winning WWE Championship once. He is also a Grand Slam champion in WWE. Mysterio is another deserving legend who has never main evented the Showcase of the Immortals, even after winning the Royal Rumble match once. The closest he came to the main event was his WrestleMania 22 World title win over Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. Nonetheless, the WWE Championship match between John Cena and Triple H main evented the show that year. Rey Mysterio still wrestles as part of the SmackDown brand, but his days as a main event talent are left way behind, so the possibility of him main eventing a WrestleMania in the future seems very less. Number 3. Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose left WWE for AEW in 2019. But he still had a successful 7-year main roster run in the company. Ambrose is a former WWE champion and one-time Money in the Bank winner. The former Shield member won numerous accolades in the company to become a Grand Slam champion. Unlike his Shield mates Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, who got the chance to main event WrestleMania, Ambrose never received the same opportunity to main event the Showcase of the Immortals. Dean Ambrose hardly ever has a memorable match at the Show of Shows. He was the favorite to win the 2016 Royal Rumble match, which was contested for the WWE Championship, thus main eventing the WrestleMania 32 as the champion. But the match and the championship was won by Triple H, who main evented the WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. Ambrose can still main event a WrestleMania if he decides to leave AEW and come back to WWE. Number 2. Ric Flair. Ric Flair arguably is the greatest professional wrestler of all time, and certainly the best not to main event a WrestleMania. The 16-time world champion has done it all in the wrestling industry except main eventing the Showcase of the Immortals, and the reason could be he didn't have a consistently long career in WWE, especially in his prime. Back in the 90s, Flair only wrestled at WrestleMania 8, although he walked in as the WWF champion in that event. His match didn't get the main event spot. His WWF title match at WrestleMania 8 with Randy Savage and his retirement match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24. Both could and maybe should have been the main event matches of the night. It's the only sole gap on one of the most complete wrestling careers ever. Number 1. CM Punk. There wasn't a more deserving name to main event a WrestleMania other than CM Punk. Punk had all the capabilities to main event the Showcase of the Immortals. CM Punk is a former 6-time world champion in WWE, winning the World Heavyweight Championship thrice, WWE Championship twice, and the ECW Championship once in his career. Punk enjoyed one of the longest reign as the WWE Champion of the modern era. Despite this, he was put behind The Rock and John Cena at both WrestleMania 28 and WrestleMania 29. Punk was vocal about the disappointment of not getting the chance to main event WrestleMania. Punk left WWE in a particularly unfavorable split, and one of the reasons was the company's steady disapproval to put him in the main event of the grandest stage of them all. Punk seems quite happy being with AEW and sharing the ring with the younger talents there. Punk probably will headline some of AEW's biggest events in the future, but main eventing a WrestleMania may always remain an uncaptured dream for Punk. And these were the top 10 WWE wrestlers who never main evented WrestleMania. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel SquaredCircle Wrestling for more wrestling content.